what's up? This is Pierre from Simple Plan. You're hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
Congratulations with the new single. I am still shocked at this track. I love the fact that you and Derek from Sum 41 came together, and I love that this single exists. Can you take me into the studio and kind of talk to me about the creative process behind this track and why you felt Derek was the appropriate feature for this record?
Yeah, so this whole album that we're releasing right now was written actually before the strangely enough, was we're going back a couple of years here of making this song. I remember we were in the studio with Zach Cervini and this guy Chris Griotti, and we were Chuck and I going there for a writing session. And the way that the writing process usually goes for us is that Chuck usually has like a book where he writes all these like song titles, and there was one of them that was called "You Didn't Ruin My Life," and it was he had a concept of like you may have brought me down in my life. You may have done all these things to me. However, I'm sorry to tell you, you didn't ruin my life. And I thought that was really cool. So we kind of ran with that idea, and we did a session for a whole day with those guys at Zach's studio, and we kind of put together a little demo of this song, and it went by pretty quick. It was a pretty quick write, and we recorded the whole demo within a few hours, and then we went home. And I remember both Chuck and I being like, I think it's a pretty good song. Like, it sounds a little different for us, but it's pretty good. And then we played it for the rest of the band, and eventually we all were like, this is a great song. We fell in love with it, and so we went back with Zach and re-recorded the whole thing with the band properly without being a demo here. And then we when we had all the songs for the record, we love doing collaborations. We love doing featuring stuff. We've done awesome collaborations with like Mark Hoppus from Blink-182, Rivers from Weezer, and plenty of people. So we're thinking like who could be a featuring artist on this album. And then we got to the point where we wanted to do a tour with Sum 41 guys, and we've been trying to work on this for years. We've been kind of knocking on their door, trying to get them to come on tour with us. And finally, after all these tries, it was happening. So I told Chuck, I said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had a song together while we go on tour together? It would help to sell tickets for the tour, and it would get fans super excited. We're two Canadian bands that grew up side by side. Our careers have been sort of parallel in a weird way for the last 20 years. Yet we've never collaborated. We never like toured together. We never collaborated together. So it'd be a great surprise for the fans out there. So I texted Derek, and I didn't know if he was going to say yes. And he heard the song. He's like, I love the song. It's awesome. And he had some concerns about the range of my vocals are a little lower in that song compared to where he usually sings. And I said, listen, whatever you got to do to make it, in your range, pop up, like sing a third higher or a fifth higher, whatever. But we'd love to have you on the song. So I think he's got a home studio. I said, listen, have fun with it, sing it. And if you like what you got, we'd love to have you on it. So he's like, okay, let me give it a shot. And he sang on it and then sent it back, said, I love it. I'd love to be part of it. So it was super exciting for us. And I knew that the fans would love it. And it's a bit of a longer song. It's not that long, but because it starts with the chorus, it goes chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, and chorus. So it gets a little bit long. I felt like bringing in another voice would really help the song stay exciting, keep the fans excited or the listener excited. So I love the way it helped the song. I love his voice, and I've always been a fan of his voice anyway. So it's been really cool.
I'm still like, I can't believe that you guys haven't done anything until now.
I know. Same.
Because Simple Plan has toured with so many other artists that, like Sugar Ray being one of them, that doesn't make sense sometimes, but it does at the same time. But the fact that Sum 41 wasn't one of them. So I'm like super excited about that. Now, the fact that you got to team up with Derek on it, and he got to do his thing. Once he did his thing, like, would you say that you had to do anything different vocally to kind of finalize the track to make it go perfectly with his vocals?
No, it actually, I think I added a bit of back vocals in one of his little parts, but the song was completely done like a couple of years ago, and it was me singing through the whole thing. So I basically took my vocals out, and I said, "You just pop yours in there." And I said, "If you want to sing any more, just go ahead." And so we basically just let him sing his part. And then I think I did add a little back vocal. I supported some back vocal in the little kind of pre-chorus part. Um, but no, it fit perfectly. I mean, the guy, we come from the same worlds. We come from the same pop punk worlds, and we're I think we're after all these years, we're good at what we do. So he sang his parts, and it just felt perfect. So no need to change anything.
Back to this tour that just got announced today, the Blame Canada tour with Sum 41, and you guys are also taking out Set It Off, and another band that I've been like super excited about that's starting to pop off, Magnolia Park. For this tour, are we expecting more of the 20th anniversary kind of vibes, or are we expecting more of the new stuff?
We're going to do a little bit of both. So because it's the 20th anniversary of our first album, and it's Sum 41's 21st anniversary of their first album, I think we're both going to play those whole albums. But because they're so short, we have a full set of like an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes each. So we got plenty of time to play more stuff. So we want to play some new stuff. We want to play, the other hits from the other records, because we've been lucky enough to have a long career with many, many hits like that are not on the first record, like Welcome to My Life and Jet Lag, Summer Paradise, and many other songs that have been big for us. So we're gonna play basically the first album and then all of the favorites, and then sprinkled in with a few new songs. So all of the best. It should be a greatest hits record, a greatest hits concert.
Amazing. And I'm Just a Kid has been recently popping off on TikTok. Ed Sheeran being one of the artists that has done a video for it. Ed Sheeran also just dropped a alternate version of one of his songs with Bring Me the Horizon.
I heard it.
I mean, can we maybe do an alternate version of I'm Just a Kid with Ed Sheeran?
Yeah, we'd love to. I mean, we've always loved collaborations, and I would love to do any of that stuff. And it was so cool to see so many celebrities embrace the I'm Just a Kid challenge. Sometimes I even wonder if they know it's like there's a band playing that song, like if it's just like some TikTok thing, because it's so short. Like I think Drew Barrymore just did one with Alicia Silverstone. Ed Sheeran, Will Smith has done a whole bunch of them, and the whole cast of Friends. It's like I'm just hoping that if I say like, so the band Simple Plan, I just hope they don't say like, what's that? Like I hope that they know what song they're using.
It'll be hilarious if they go to your tour and then they're like, "Oh shit, you covered that song really good."
I'm Just a Kid band. It's the I'm Just a Kid band. We're now the I'm Just a Kid band. For a while we were the What's New Scooby Doo band. Now we're the I'm Just a Kid band.